So we're going to be working on the mixer side. So what you want to do first is go to the options, go to audio settings, and make sure that you have FL Studio ASIO selected, this one that's right here. So as long as you have ASIO selected, then you can go into the buffer length and show ISO panel settings here, and make sure you choose the name of your microphone on the input. Now my microphone is going to be this ESI on channel 3 and 4, so I'm going to choose that one and make sure that it's selected. So make sure that your mic is selected. Like for instance, if I was using the webcam microphone that I'm recording with right now, I was going to choose microphone HD webcam, but I'm going to use the microphone that is right here that I'm talking through right now. So I'll choose that, and then I'm going to close both of these menus, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to a track that's insert one here. I'll just mark it, rename, and I'll just say vocal. Now with that done, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here to where it says none. Now this is the input section. As you can see on top, it says audio input. Like if you check the hint panel over here, it says audio input source. So this is now where I can select which input source do I want. Now if I open here, you'll see there's FL Studio stereo and mono. So when you're recording a vocal, you need it in mono. You don't necessarily need it in stereo unless there's a purpose that you're gonna need it in stereo for. So I'm gonna keep this one in mono, so I can choose either the left or the right, in 1 or in 2. I'm gonna choose in 1. Now there's the vocal. You can actually start to hear it now. So this is where, I'll just mute it for now. So this is where you start to see your vocal actually giving signal on this meter over here, like you're seeing right now. So what I want you to pay attention to is that I can actually control the level of the input of the mic, besides me controlling it on my own driver mixer that I have, that come with the drivers of the sound card that I have, with the interface that I have. You can also just control the volume by using this level over here. If I turn it down, the input turns down. If I turn it back up, it turns back up. So you need to check your level and make sure that it's not clipping or going above 0 or going into the red section. So you don't want to raise it up too high. If you feel that it's on a good level but you do not hear it clearly, then you need to add more volume on your amp, on your external device that you're using to listen to the sound, or on your monitors. That's where you need to turn it up, not here, and add more gain already to the input that you're getting here. So you need to make sure that you control your sound here and do not clip. The whole point is getting the cleanest audio you can get as you record. So let's say you've set your mic up properly and you're good to go. Now what we can do now is go to the playlist, make sure that we're on song, and then we go to the record button over here, right click on it and make sure that audio is selected. Make sure that audio is selected so that we can record audio on this side. So now we're ready to record. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bring this back and turn it down a little, and then I'm going to press record and press play. Then it's going to start. Well, it's going to play a metronome and then it's going to start recording. Now as you can see over here, it's showing it my waveform, the waveform of my voice as I record. Now if you have FL Studio 20, this is what you get, but if you have previous versions, it doesn't show this, it just records, but it's actually recording. So I'm going to stop, I'm going to mute that. So there's our recording. That was easy. I can just play it back. I have to switch that off first. Well, it's going to play a metronome and then it's going to start recording. Now as you can see over here, there we go. So that's our recording. Now the last thing I want to talk about is if you want to add some effects to the vocal or even an instrument, you can actually do this with the instruments as well. If it's on the line in, if it's on the same track, if you want to add an effect to this, that's going to be in the audio that you record. As you record it, you can just go on the effects panel. Like for instance, if I want to add maybe a noise gate to this, I can just add a gate. Now you can see the input that is coming in to the gate here. I can just raise the threshold and lower the gain. So now it's voice gating. So which means you can actually take out some of that background noise that you might have in your, coming through your input make sure that your sound is clean and is gated, or if you want to gate afterwards, that's all up to you. But the good thing is always just to get the cleanest sound that you can get and the rawest sound that you can get, and make sure that you can still do this post processing after. So I hope you find this very helpful. I hope this helps you and clearly shows you how you can record vocals in FL Studio properly. So that's it for the video. If you like this video, drop me a like down below. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'm gonna check you guys out in my next video. I am X and I am out. Peace.